Hey folks, well it's been a while since I've posted a video up, so I figured I'd whip one together today. Decided to take a break from the Jeep. I'm not working on that right now because I want to get some other stuff squared away, and I've had some setbacks at the acreage that have not allowed me to do as much work as I'd like to, but I'll show you one thing I started last weekend and I'm still working on this weekend. Garage is a mess. You can see a bunch of stuff's moved out of the way, but there's where the bench and that used to be. I've moved it, including the pegboard. Did some rearranging, and this is what I've got here. I added a little more cabinetry. There's the muggy that needs to be worked on, so this section here on is all new. That's all the same there in the corner, but I also added a little side bench. So I moved it to the opposite side, and I'm going to do a bump out here. It's for my son to work on. It's not quite wide enough to have him work on, so I think I'll add bring it out here and across, just to give him about 4 more inches of space to work with. But no, and I've also got some more pegboards. Kind of hard to see because of the light. Come on, Mr. Camera. Let's do it that way. There you go. You can see up there. That's kind of my parts wall. And over on that side will be like car storage. So it's you can see I also put some uppers in, so it's working out pretty good. Got lots of space. My birthday was just last week, and I got a little toy. I didn't really need it, but of course, like any toy, you don't need it. I originally wanted to get a used Savage because I used to have a Savage, and I really enjoyed it. And coming this summer, it'll be fun to bash. So I went to see a fella in town in Edmonton, and I was going to originally buy a Savage from him, but I decided to change my mind when I saw this. It's an LST2, and the thing is just an immaculate shape. It's almost new. You can see it's got some Proline Moab tires and some bead locks on it, so those are all changed out, but fresh body. It's got a protective film on the top. I don't think this body's really ever been run. There isn't even, well, maybe it has. There's a few scuffs in that. But let me show you inside the truck. You can see, might be hard to see from the lighting, but either someone really went through this thing with a fine-tooth comb and cleaned it and replaced parts, or else it's barely been run, and there's barely any little bit of gunk on here, but nothing major. But you can see a little bit of dirt back down in there, but nothing major. So it's obviously been run a little bit, but still in extremely good condition. So I used to have an aftershock, and that was a really good truck, but that's kind of like just a cheaped out version of the original LST1, but the LST2 has a lot beefier hubs and arms and so on. And the other reason I wanted to get this as opposed to the Savage, which wasn't in as good a shape, is because the Muggy, which I'm fixing, uses all the same suspension components. Similar shocks, same style motor, though this is a teal head Losi Mach 427, where this is the orange head. So I'll probably actually throw this engine in the truck because it's got a little more jam. But yeah, I figured got some parts interchangeability, which will be good. I even think the bumpers front and rear are the same, so that means I won't have to stock as many parts. And there's the my Mayhem buggy, which actually, like, the differentials and that are also the same as these trucks. So a little bit of parts interchangeability there. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. I'm going to put aside the LST2 for now, and first thing I'm going to do is fix that shock on the Muggy, or maybe redo all 4 shocks, kind of get it back into a rolling format, and then I'm going to get the Mayhem put together. I had to buy some parts before I could do everything. I'll show you, I'll unbag a few, show you just what I had to pick up when we were in the city last weekend. There you can see, sorry, there's the radio for the LST2 synthesized XS3, so still got the sticker and everything on it. So whoever had this truck took really good care of it. But probably I'll even end up going through the break-in procedure on that motor just to be safe, because who knows if it's been run in properly or not. So I'll put some of this stuff away. There's my radio collection. Got way too many radios from different vehicles I've taken, so probably keep this radio, use this radio for the LST2 since it's 75 megahertz FM. I've got a fail safe somewhere I can throw in it, and that way I can just keep that radio for the LST2. But here, I'll show you a few of the things I got. Had to hit a couple different stores because they didn't have them, but see, to pick up, there's some parts for fixing the shock on the Muggy. Some after run oil. Never tried that kind before. Maybe someone will let me know what it's like. And what was holding me up with the mayhem was I needed some diff fluids so I could rebuild the differentials. So I picked up a few different weights. I know I have some somewhere, but as usual it's lost in the mess. But just a few extra nuts. Now in this bag there's a bunch of track for Nicholas, but there's some pivot ball ends because I was worried I wouldn't be able to find the right shock ends. And some shock oil, more shock oil, and even more shock oil. It's parts for my Stampede 4x4, which is living up there right now. Some CA medium. Stuff always seems to dry out before I use it all. And Nicholas's silly string and some track for his Thomas. So that stuff goes in the house. But in any case, I'm going to start on the Mayhem. Maybe I may video that and show it in a different video, though it might be kind of boring. But we'll see. If I post a video on it, you'll see it. Otherwise, talk to you later.